Hi guys, welcome to LAWCET 3YRS 2022, another podcast. Today we have Chunauti Gupta from Rajasthan, Alwar near to Jaipur, and she scored 116 marks out of 150. She is OMS student, and yeah, she joined us for the online test series program, and she prepared for the CET. At the same time, she is planning to write DULLB also. So. Chunauti, first of all, welcome and congratulations for 116 score.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so before I start, Chunauti, just brief me about yourself, your academic background, and how this law idea came to the picture. Why you thought of this law field?
Okay, so myself, Chunauti Gupta, and I told you that I hail from Alwar, Rajasthan, and I have done my schooling from Alwar itself. And since the very beginning, like since early age only, I had this interest when I used to see these, law videos and crime videos. I used to have this curiosity always to, go into this profession. And whenever I could, get a chance to have a look somewhere in my law books and everything. In not my law books, actually, there's somebody from my family who is from law profession, and so I used to, go there and check out their books and whatever they were writing. So I had that interest since the very beginning only. So in the school too, in 12th standard, I took humanities stream with political science and economics, and I scored 93%. Then in college, I graduated from Delhi University, Dolasam College, with philosophy major, and I scored 8.4 CGPA. Yes, so it's like since the childhood also only I have this interest and I wanted to go into the law profession only.
Okay. वो क्राइम सीन वगैरह देख के ऐसा लगता नहीं था यार, यहाँ पे मैं होती ना तो मैं ऐसा करती, मैं ऐसा डिसीजन लेती, मैं ऐसा करती.
So there used to be a show, Lok Adalat करके.
हाँ.
So I used to watch that in my summer vacations and everything. I used to watch that, and it's like very fascinating. कि अब क्या होगा?
हाँ.
What is next? What is going to do? And how
हम्म.
the things work? Of course, it must be different than
हम्म.
it is shown on TV. But
हम्म.
yeah, somewhere it was always there with me that I have to go into that profession.
Okay. So as you mentioned, you Google up and you hunt about the CT, you got to know about maneuver, and then you gone for the online preparation program. Yes, so want to understand, like, apart from this, what are the other videos which you have watched which help you in terms of the CT preparation exam or the cracking the CT examination?
So firstly, foremostly, I didn't know the pattern and the syllabus because I was preparing for due LLB, so I was going that way only with my preparation. But before this exam, as I told you that I wanted to look for the syllabus and everything. So I saw your channel and the syllabus and the last year's cutoff. So actually, in due, there's a like 400 marks का पूरा आता है, and from 400 there you have to like to crack the exam you have to score 250 plus. But the cutoff you told for the OMS students, like you told, I
No, no,
remember in that
CT is
short
not for 400. CT is not for
no
400. Okay, it is for 150, no?
no yeah I'm just saying it's for 150, and then you told that your score should be like 120 plus. So it was a little, and then the seat reservation for the OMS students was also very less. So it was like a little setback to see that. And also, when I gave your mocks, the maneuver mocks, it was also a little difficult for me because uh, reasoning was there and it was comparatively, I think, hard from the
Okay.
DULLB. And so yeah, I saw your channel and there's one channel more on YouTube that I saw. There's for different channels. I tried to figure out how can I do, and then I started watching the sitting arrangement that you have put because I was having a little problem in that. And I think it worked for me because from the mock test there was one question from unseen passage that came in my set, and it was exact from the mock test it came. So I think it helped me a lot.
Have you watched the earlier podcasts and you thought of that you will be one day giving the podcast?
Yeah, so I was looking for the comments like how to get into it. So somebody wrote over there that you have to send your scorecard to them. I don't know who that. I was looking like how how you contact and how can we contact you for the podcast, and but as I told you, I'm not being negative, but the score was at like I was like the boundary level, and since they didn't put any rank list, so I was like very unsure that if you guys would call me, because the
116.
138 I think is the
Yes,
highest
yes.
score.
So the score which you
Yeah.
have scored, that is not that bad. But yeah, looking at the competition and the availability of the seat
Yes,
in
yes,
Maharashtra,
sir.
and you belong to OMS. So mostly top three, top five, you mostly get. Okay, doubtful about the GLC, but yeah, ILS and the other colleges, they just still scope. Second thing, now the kind of a regret which you are getting, यार थोड़ा और push कर लिया होता, थोड़ा और पहले चालू कर दिया होता, तो I could have nailed it. तो I mean all the viewers, those who are watching this podcast, उनको तो मेरा एक ही advice होता है कि start your early preparation as much as possible. जितना जल्दी preparation चालू करोगे, उतना scope of chances of selection will be more. I mean, it will be at a higher side. So not an issue. Be positive for the colleges which you are expecting, like GLC मिल जाए, GLC ILS मिल जाए आपको, या तो आडवाणी भी मिलता, that is again good. Jitendra Chauhan is also, JCCL is again good college. Okay. So next question, your CET experience, CET preparation, how was your CET preparation experience basically? Overall, all the 4 sections, logic, maths, English, GK, how you have prepared? Was there any routine या randomly preparation करके test लिखा and then went for the exam?
So, sir, my polity section was, was building good, as that was pretty nice, but I had to focus on GK and logical section, logical reasoning section. So I took I took step by step. I picked up logical reasoning, and then I made a day for logical arrangements and sequence. Like I have to do these questions, I have to watch this, I have to watch this video, and in YouTube video I have, and then I just made a routine that half of the day I have to do logical reasoning and half of the day I have to do legal GK, and then 1 mark at evening. So that was the major preparation before the 15 days, because I was like well prepared with the polity section, since I was giving DU and I was preparing from January. Major focus was on GK and logical reasoning section. English, I didn't like look up बहुत ज़्यादा on English. I just saw like every day I used to saw, since I have seen somewhere that subject verb agreement questions were there mostly in last year question papers, spelling and everything. So I looked for that a little from Google only. I used to search on Google that question bank on answering passage or question bank on subject verb agreement. So I used to do that on Google itself. And for logical reasoning, I used to follow YouTube majorly. And for GK, there was one manual GK compendium that I found on Telegram, to be very honest.
Okay.
And I read through that. I got the photocopy of it and I read through that. And I think that was also like the major improvement, because when I used to saw one question related to a river, I used to search the questions around it. Uh, Same goes for another geography, history. Let's say history may like modern history. So I used to search home rule movement, any West, and then I used to search for more. What can I get into that? Then go like that. I used to go around with like I have done this with current affairs also. So like current affairs, if I am seeing something related to ISRO, I used to go back to the history of ISRO and the formation of ISRO and how it came. So same goes with like RBI has got its new not new governor, but Shrikant Das sir got his term got renewed. So I used to go back on RBI and stuff. So I think that helped me to collect CA current affairs, and then search all the GK about it. the formation part, when it came into being, who is the head, and then the major changes
Okay.
that took place with that particular
Mhm.
organization. Yeah,
Okay. So when you appeared for the maneuver mock test, what was your highest score in the mock test coming up?
but I can't remember
Approximate
because
100. You were hitting 100
yeah,
plus
yeah, I was hitting 100. Yeah, I was hitting 100.
in the real exam 116 or
First
1.
game I took, yeah,
Okay,
first.
okay, okay. So, I mean, when you appeared for the actual CT examination, if you compare the maneuver mock, what difference you have realized? What difference
So
is there?
manual mocks, I think I'm not like defaming anybody here. The CAT level was this time it was very moderate, and the manual exam, because of the last year's pattern, it was like it had some difficulty. So I really found a little difficulty. As I'm saying, that is why I had to focus on again. I had to go through again logical reasoning. I have to revamp my logical reasoning completely because in Duo, it's not like the case. And coding, decoding questions, sitting arrangement questions, puzzles took my mind off, to be very honest. But
Okay.
when I gave the exam, it was like I thought that comparatively to the mock, it was pretty easy.
Mhm. Mock tests, we all the maneuver mock tests are 1 or 2 steps higher than the CT exam. This is what we do every year,
Yes.
so that if the exam comes easy, then you will hit good score. If it is difficult, then also you will be able to manage the paper. Be ready for the worst scenario, and if the paper is easy, then obviously we'll be hitting good score. That is what we do here. 1 or 2 steps ahead, difficulty level we used to prepare, and same way mock test also. But this year they have added some legal GK questions which do not comes, but they had added such kind of a questions. And the paper was, I think, moderate. Yeah,
What
yeah. This year paper
like
was moderate.
compared to manual mock test, I was saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And compared to previous year 2019, if we
Yeah,
compare,
exactly. Compared
it
to that.
was much more easier. What you have learned from the mock test after writing the couple of mock tests of maneuver? What you have learned?
Sir, first of all, I had a little problem in the speed because the paper was quite a big. If you include the puzzles and if you like put like a time in it, so it first of all by giving 2-3 marks, I had this problem of time. Like my time used to run out. So I started preparing. I started looking for the questions I was getting behind that, and then I used to prepare it personally on that questions. I used to focus more, and that is why through mocks only I think I started preparing बहुत अच्छे से because I used to get where I'm lacking. So like if I'm lacking in puzzles, so I used to go on YouTube and I used to search books and everything, and then I prepared for it. So that I think helped me a lot. That increased my time.
Okay, okay. So, last question, what tips of the session you want to give to upcoming year aspirant, those who are planning to write CT 2023, 24, 25, 26?
I just want to say that like this as first I prepare a little faster. Like if you want to give it 100%, you should give it 100%. And like if you're also preparing for something else, you should give like equal weightage to every exam. And I think with the legal GK, like GK and everything, it's always better to like keep check on whatever is happening around regularly, not only because of exam. Because if you do that, so it will help you further.
Okay, okay. So if I summarize the entire podcast, very first, like you should start early preparation and be ready for the multiple examination if you are planning to write. And thirdly, do write the mock test, do have a detailed analysis of the mock and be confident about your preparation. That's what a
Yes.
entire podcast is about.
No, I was just saying, I was just repeating that confidence is very important
Yes.
because I think I've seen people there before the screen.
Okay.
They were banging their heads. So I've seen that also, and that becomes very scary for other students
Right.
because if you're not confident, there are sometimes that the computer lags, the facility lags, your computer shuts off. So you have to
Obviously,
be
no.
very patient.
Correct.
Yeah.
When you enter into the examination hall, you should be relaxed, calm, confident. Paper चालू होगा, I will hit good score. I will give my best. Paper कैसे भी आ जाए, I will manage. I will perform well. That is for sure. I will give my best and I will enjoy those 2 hours in the examination hall. Very simple. It is.
And I think mock tests are very important. Without
Mock
mock
test,
you can't.
obviously, I mean, those kind of a feeling you learn from the mock test. That is why we keep on, saying do write the mock test, do have a detailed analysis of the mock test, write mock test analysis, analyze the mock test, because same thing will be happening in the real examination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get familiar with the pattern also, like the software that comes there. It was similar to that only, and then you have to know that how
Exactly.
that takes your speed also. So
Correct.
when you're not aware of the software, you cannot speed up your process.
Obviously, no.
If you're aware of it,
When you write the mock test, you understand the question. In addition to that, you understand the software, how to use the software. Toggling of the button, scrolling of the button, next, save and next, how to mark for review. All these things you learn when you write the mock, because same interface you will be getting in the real examination.
exactly. When you give mock and if you see that similar question has come, it will come to your mind earlier than if you read about it.
Correct.
So that is also.
So thank you, Chunauti, coming and sharing your experience. And once again, congratulations for your score 116. And
Thank you. Thank
all
you
the
so
best
much.
for your
Thank you.
career. Whenever you come Mumbai, come and meet at Midway, not an issue. Okay. Whichever
I'll
center.
be grateful.
Okay.
Well, yes, sir.